And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Rising Day. So today we will go to how can you actually make a decision when there is so much things that's going on, when you don't know what to choose from. Because sometimes when we are so passionate, we have so many options and we don't know, okay, should I start with a course about creation, creativity, or should I start about course with manifesting? Should I start a course about to bond mothers with the daughters? Should I start with like tons of things that running in your brain and you just don't know what to choose from and how to start with? So there is a great method that I learned from Tony Robbins, and it's a great method that I use. I talked about it before, but I want to touch base again with that because a lot of you asked about how to choose and how do I actually implement it. So let's go through that process. And guys, if something doesn't make sense, you have more questions, let me know. I can go more deep into this. So let me share a screen with you guys and show you how exactly it can be done with simple steps. Okay, so basically what we have here, like the choosing method, is go OOC EMR. Now, what OOCEMR means? So we have O that stands for, one second, we have the O. Okay, one second. So we have the O, right? That stands for outcomes. Okay, we have outcomes. We have another O that stands for options. Options. We have the C, and we will go through each and every one of those options and how you can integrate it in your life, in your business, to how to make decision fast, because leaders make decision fast, not dwellers, right? So we want to become leaders faster and make decision fast instead of dwelling on decision for a month, for two, for a year and not making a decision. And I've been in that cycle when I was trying to actually make sense of it and what should I choose, what should I do, what should I start with, but I want to start with this and I want to start with that, and I have so many ideas with what to start and didn't know where to start with. So this system helps me to break down to easy little steps. Again, I learned that from Tony. It's not something that I made it, but it helps me so much that I wanted to share that with you guys. So we have consequences. I hope I pronounce it right. As you know, guys, I am not a coach for spelling. Definitely, if you're looking for someone with spelling, great spelling, that's not me. Elevate, and then we have the M that stands for meditate, Metagate. Again, sorry if I misspell things, guys. Bear with me here. And we have results. Okay, so we have O that stands for outcome. We have another O that stands for option. C for consequences. E for elevate. M for mitigate. R for results. Now we take it for a system. So how does it work? So we break it out for outcome. Okay, let's say and how we do those choosing. Okay, so how does actually choosing works? When we have one option, we don't have an option. We don't have an option, and we don't have a choice, kind, because we have only one, right? But if we have two, that kind of becomes like a Fomo. Should I do this or should I do that? But when we have three options, what happens is we get into the state of choosing. Now we have a choice out of those three options, right? So let's say you have two different things that you're just debating right now. Should I start a business with a creative side, or should I start a business that relates to manifesting, right? And now you say, okay, but I have only two. Where is the three? So the third option can be even none of the above. Just making no decision. That's also a decision to not go with nothing. Now you can eliminate in a second, right? And then you stay with two, but you chose to actually eliminate it. So first of all, we start with the outcome, okay? What will be the outcome of those individual things? What will be the outcome? So that means for each choice, what will be the outcome? If I'm choosing nothing, what will be the outcome? I will stay stuck. I will stay the same cycle. I will still debating. I will still feel like I'm not moving forward, and so on and so forth, right? So you see what is the outcome will be. Let's say with the creative side. So creating a course about creativity, and so that will be, I will bring myself in it. I will have more passion and whatever it is, right? And let's say number three is to go with manifesting. So manifesting, I already proved that I did it for myself. So that means I can actually do that specifically. And I love to talk about it. I love to share about it. I love to go deeper on this, and so on and so forth. So that depends on you, right? That depends on what you want to bring. So like, what will be the outcome of it? Or let's say you have a third option that goes and help a mother to bond with her kids instead of not doing anything, right? Bond with their kids, and the outcome will be I will help mothers to bond with their kids, and I will feel alive when I do that, and so on and so forth, right? You're mentioning the outcomes of each and everything. Now comes, guys, let me know if it does make sense to you, and if it doesn't, let me know that we can go even deeper in that aspect. Let me see if on the Facebook, guys, you had some questions. If not, I will keep going. So 1 second, let's see if we have any. Yeah, you hear me twice right now. Okay, so we don't have questions at this moment. Let's keep on. So options. Options mean you list three options, the downsides and the upsides for it. Okay, so you have three options, right? And with those options, what you mentioned here, the outcomes, right? Like doing nothing, or let's say mom bonds with their kids. The second one, creativity. The third one, manifesting, right? So you have three choices, right? You already come with those. So what will be the upside and downside for each of those decisions? Upside, downside, right? What will be the actual consequences would come later. What will be the upside and downside for each decision? What will it be? Let's say if I go with moms that bonds with their mother, the upside is I will help those mothers to bond with their kids. The downside, I don't feel alive with that. I don't feel passionate with that, whatever it is, right? Or let's say on the downside, I'm giving up on part of myself, whatever, right? You decide what is the downside here. And let's say the upside with going with creativity, I will bring myself, I will feel passionate and so on and so forth. The downside, maybe I will feel not fulfilled enough in this field. Again, you're writing what comes within yourself, the downside and the upside for each thing. You see how this system works? It's basically going from each category, and you have a bit repetitive sections because the questions will arise over and over again, but it will give you more clear choice on where are you going. And as at first it will be taking some time to go through the whole process, but as you go and you do it again and again and again, it will be easier for you to go in a quick around this. You know, I was the guy that always debating, even if I buy like fast food, or if I buy outside, if I go to a restaurant, I don't know, should I go to this restaurant or that restaurant? I don't know what I want to eat. Do I want to eat that noodles, or I want to eat sushi? Do I want to eat pizza, or do I want hamburger? Like, oh, what do I want to do? Like, even of those small stuff, it was hard for me to make decision. But since I start to actually implement this system, it comes even clear in my mind. Okay, so I have hamburgers, pizza, let's say noodles. Okay, so noodles, it's nice carbs, but I do it like really fast in my brain after some exercise. At first, it took me a lot of time, but you see, you can implement it in everything that you're doing in your life. It doesn't matter if it's for your business or for your personal life, but it helps you to make decisions fast. Okay, so let's go to consequences. So we have the consequences, okay? Very easy. Actually, it's very easy. It's just what will be the consequences for each side. Okay, so what will be the consequences for each of the options? What will be the consequences? Again, guys, I truly sorry for misspelling things. Consequences. Okay, consequences. Okay, what will be the consequences of each option? You're asking that question and you're going through each of the options that you said. If I go with the area of helping mothers to bond with their daughters, what will be the consequences? The good and the bad. You see how it's repetitive a bit from the downside and upside, but it reinforces what you just said, and it helps you to make a clear choice faster. If I go with creativity, what will be the consequences? If I go with helping people to manifest themselves, so you're actually taking each side and you're making it as a system, and this system works and helps you to do it one step at a time faster. So now it's time to elevate, kind of understanding which of those sides have more priority. So when you're taking those options, you're asking each option from 1 for each option from 1 to 10, right? What will give me the best outcome? And you ask yourself, from 1 to 10, from those 3 options, what will give me the best outcome for myself, for others? Like, what will be the best from 1 to 10? And then you actually have your taking one option and you rate it, and when you rate it, you give it priority, and when you give it priority, you prioritize and execute like the Navy SEAL says. So you have prioritization and you understand, okay, so my priority is more to be on the creative side, or my priority is helping mom to bond with their kids, whatever it is, right? You're saying what is in your priority in the best side. And also, one thing that you got to ask here is, ma'am, you're asking yourself, What is the emotion benefit? What is the emotion benefit for it? What is the emotion benefit of it? If I go with helping mothers to bond with their kids, what will be the emotion? Because the emotion will dictate which one you will choose at the end of the day. Because the emotion will create motion, like Tony Robbins says. This emotion will help you to actually move it. We all of us as human beings, we work on emotions, and when we have strong emotion in that, we will want to do more of it. When we have bad emotion, we less to do less, and then we tend to procrastinate and move on to other things because it gets us bored. So what will in those three options will give you the best emotion benefit? Go through each side and ask the question. If I go with mothers and daughters, will that give me what emotion will it give me? And then you actually close your eyes, you're getting inside of it, and you actually feel it in your gut. What emotion will it give to you? I know it sounds a bit mojo jojo, but when you have the emotion, that's what will dictate. Again, let's say you even buy an iPhone, okay? We all, as human beings, we justify things with logic, but we go with the emotion. Because why you buy a new phone if you have a phone that already works? Because you want to feel better, you want to feel like you're updated, you want to feel like showing off, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. Like, I'm updated to technology. I feel that it will help me in my business. I feel it will help me to create better shots and so on and so forth, right? I feel that it will be, I feel, right? It's not like I think, I feel. And then you buy that new iPhone, you buy that new phone, you buy this new TV, you buy this new car, whatever it is, because we as human beings, we tend to go with emotion, and then we justify with logic. There are people that are more logic, there are people that are more emotional based, but at the end of the day, we have both. So always justify with emotion and logic as well. The logic here is what is the upside and downside? What are the consequences? This is the logic side talks. And now it's the emotion part that comes in. Let me know if all that makes sense. If you have more questions, let me know. Okay, so now we come to the part of Metagate. Metagate is which of those are the best one, right? Which of those one is the best one for me to choose? Which of those are the best one to choose? Taking one down. From here, you're taking just one thing down. Okay, so right now I'm choosing to go with creativity and manifesting because motherhood and that I feel like I'm not there yet. I feel like it's not my area, blah, blah, blah. I will go with that, with those two. And now you're choosing and you're still doing the mitigation part is which of those will give me the best result? Which one will give me the best result? And now we're coming to results. That's the end of the process. Now it's time to make the decision because you already make one decision, you put one down. And right now you're selecting which of the option I want to go for. Which of the option I want to go for. Right? So which of those options I want to go for? Which of those options, based on what I did just now, with the upside and downside, with the consequences, with the emotion based from 1 to 10, which of those options I want to go for? Which of those will give me the best results? So you're going through the whole process, and when you have it like nailed down, you see how much fast you're making a decision because you justify it with logic, with the upside and downside. You again with logic, the consequences, and then You based it with emotion, and now you're making a decision. Which of those options I want to go for? So I hope I broke it down in very simple steps and that it helped you guys. Let me know if all that makes sense to you. If you want to go through it again, I will go through it again in the future. Just let me know if that's something you want to actually implement it in your life. And I will want to know what kind of decision making are you going to use for that process. Comment below. I would love to hear which of the decision making input process that you're going to do right now, you're going to use that system. I will love to hear that. If you have more questions, reach me out, let me know. And in the meantime, guys, have an amazing and a productive day. Keep on going, keep on growing. Until next time, have a great one, everybody.